Man, I know it's late. I know it's real late. I'm gonna wait for a few people to get in the room. Hmm. These things are never easy to talk about, man. This is never easy to talk about. I see I got two people in the room, so I'm gonna go on and start talking about it. I'm sure as y'all can see the title of this live, one person, y'all see the title of this particular live that rapper Nipsey Hussle was taken away from us today. He was 33 years old in front of his store in South Los Angeles. A serious epidemic in the black community, which we still have not been able to shake. Young black men are losing their lives, and young black women are losing their lives also, all over senseless violence. It's like we have not yet learned how to settle our differences without being extremely violent. And I know last year I did another live. Matter of fact, I did a couple of lives about another young rapper who lost his life, Triple X Tentacion, when he lost his life. Now, fast forward a year later, another young man, another young black man that had a promising future lost his life. Nipsey Hussle was doing a lot of things, a lot of positive things in his community. He grew up in the Crenshaw district of Los Angeles, California. He was building things in the community. He had organizations that where he was trying to help the youth. He had a store. He was giving back to his community. Now I'm sure some people probably want to talk about the fact that he was affiliated with the Crips and with what's up, James? Yeah, you was at the candlelight vigil. That's good, brother. That's good. I I bet a lot of people probably associate when we talk about the fact that he was associated with the Crips as a justification on why he lost his life. So what? Okay, he may have been associated at one time, but as far as I know, he probably wasn't active. But either way, hey Valcom, how you doing? Either way, he was trying to get back to his community. He was trying to do things in a positive note. I'm getting so sick and tired of young black men losing their lives to this senseless violence. Thank you, Volcam. And you know what? I'm gonna say this much. Oh yeah, I've been good, James. I've been good. I've been doing my thing. I'm gonna say this much about Nipsey Hussle. Someone might say this: you didn't know him. You know what? You're right. I didn't know him. I didn't know him on a personal level. I didn't know him on a professional level. But the point is that anytime when I hear a young black man losing their life over some violence, I take it personally. I do. I take it like it impacts my life because our lives are constantly being snuffed out, whether it's either by corrupt cops or each other. And right now, this is not about corrupt police officers. This is about something that's been going on in our community that we have tried to sweep under the rug for the longest. We are still killing each other in record numbers. Hey Annette, how you doing, Queen? Annette B. I don't like reporting on stuff like this, but I feel it has to be. And you know, one thing, Black YouTube news travels fast anyway, and the news already hit the wildfire. Someone asked me this question though. Somebody, because I put a post on Facebook about it, and someone asked me, "How come I'm not saying anything about the whole Josie Smollett situation?" To be quite honest, I'm gonna be real about it. I'm glad he got off. 16 counts. I'm glad he got off. But this is not about him because what he did doesn't affect me in any way. Doesn't affect my life. Now, what happened to Nipsey Hussle does affect my life for the simple fact he's a young black man getting gunned down in the street. I'm a young black man also. And, you know, I'm so sick and tired of folks trying to come up with reasons and justifications on why he died. I understand he had a kid that was with him. This kid, so he lost his life in front of his kid in broad daylight. I mean, folks folks are always making justifications, and I even hear that I've been hearing reports even that folks then took pictures of his body and are posting it online to get some kind of follows and likes, and there's no sense of sacredness, no sense of dignity or respect for the family, none at all. People are playing these little pranks, calling up, talking about they did it. Folks think that shit is funny, and it's not. And the thing is there's just no sacredness for life anymore. There's no kind of pullback. Right now, as we speak, over at Crenshaw and Slauson, I know exactly where it is. There's people, and that's good to know that folks are paying homage to him, paying homage to him with candlelight ritual. Matter of fact, James Hudson, if you're still in the chat, I want to ask you this question: are there still people down there at this moment? Because last time I heard that there's still a ton of people down there right now, and I'm sure that'll probably be going on till tomorrow. To be honest, I don't think I've heard any of Nip's music. The only music that I heard, only time I heard Nip speaking, or I mean Nip rapping, was when he did the collaboration with YG in the song about Donald Trump. I realize this is a very late stream. I understand that. But I felt like I just needed to get this out. I wanted to talk about this man, talk about what he was trying to do in the community, talk about the things that he was trying to accomplish. He had just been nominated for a Grammy. He was well on his way to being established in the music industry, all for it to be cut short by somebody. From what I understand, the police have made no arrests yet. There's still no motives on why. And this is definitely going to reverberate around the music industry. But I wanted to just say some things and speak my piece on how I feel about this whole situation. Once again, I didn't know him. I didn't spend time with him, but I did know him by name. I knew of him, and I just wanted to send my condolences to his family, particularly Lauren London, who he was in a relationship with, and I believe is the mother of one of his children. I want to send my condolences to his parents, to any siblings he may have. I mean, I just want to let it be known that I care and that just to keep your head up, go before God. We have to learn to embrace each other better as a community. We have to love each other. I know I've said this before many times. I've I'm repeating myself. I've stated this before how I feel, and it is still sad, and I'm having a hard time digesting it. It just happened today. I am still having a hard time dealing with this. He got shot 6 times. If I understand, 5 times to the body, 1 time to the head. They say that he died at the hospital. Him and 2 other people were murdered. My condolences to them also, to the other 2 that were shot with him. One of them died, and the other one was injured. But my condolences go off to them as well. See, because I want this to be known. It's not because Nip was a celebrity. He was a rapper, but he was just another young black man who lost his life too soon. He was 33 years old, trying to make some kind of positive impact in the community. He started programs. He started different initiatives. He tried to he tried to do things in the music industry on a revolutionary tip, things that haven't been done, utilizing iTunes and other digital avenues. We definitely need to talk about this, as content creators. We need to talk about this before the mainstream media talks about it, because we already know, judging from times past, on how the media deals with us when it comes to tragic consequences and circumstances. They don't always paint us in a good light. They always talk about our past, our troubles. They vilify us as a justification on why we died and why we had to. They don't give us the same benefit as they would say give anyone else. Anyway, everyone, I realize this is a very late stream. I just want to talk about this young man that was known as Nipsey Hussle and let everybody know that he didn't have to go. Hey, Evelyn, how you doing? I'm holding up. I'm a little distraught over a young man. He was a rapper who was gunned down today here in LA. He was known as Nipsey Hussle, and he lost his life over some senseless violence. Oh, I appreciate you, Evelyn, thinking about me. That means a lot to me, Queen. Thank you so much. We have got to learn as a people to embrace each other. We've got to come to terms. We have got to deal with things in better. He was a rapper today named Nipsey Hussle. He was I guess you could say he was a world famous rap artist. He was shot 6 times today in front of his store. He had a store here in Los Angeles. The motives are unknown at this time. I'm sorry. There's still new information coming in about it, but yes, thank you, Evelyn. He lost his life probably over nothing. And like I said before, I didn't know him personally. I honestly didn't. But I take it personal because it was another young black man that lost his life. Yes, Evelyn, the world is full of evil. You're absolutely correct. I mean, people would rather, people, the thing is we have not yet to learn to settle our differences in a nonviolent way. People are constantly wanting to revert to their primal instincts and nature to deal with their issues. Yeah, thank you. Hey, Vonda, how you doing? And like I was saying before, hey, Vonda, let me ask you this question. Did you go to the memorial forum? Did you go to Crenshaw and Slauson? You know, we don't have these we haven't learned how to, let's say what I'm not trying to say, how to interact with each other in a nonviolent way. See, it's all part of that same self-hate process, same part of that same self-hatred that we have ingested and ingrained for the last 400 years. This is a spirit that needs to be broken off of us. We have to learn to purge ourselves from this. We have to learn to love each other again. We have to get rid of this self depreciating self loathing that we have gotten so good at promoting and exploiting. It was said that before, an hour before he passed, he he tweeted something that says that having strong enemies is a blessing. Now, while I don't understand exactly what he meant by that, I'm trying to realize that right on, Vonda. Yeah, okay. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I forgot what I was saying. But the point I'm making is that we just haven't learned how to come to terms and disagree without being disagreeable. There is absolutely, positively an agenda at hand. Forces are amassing to eliminate us. There are forces at work that want to eliminate our existence, that want to literally wipe us off the face of the earth. we have to. Okay, yeah, I keep hearing people mention that he was doing a documentary about Dr. Sabi. And see, Dr. Sabi, he's another one who died over some really suspicious circumstances. Because Dr. Sabi wasn't basically talking about health, about being healthy and eating right among the African American community. And yeah, and they got him also. See, Doc, let me tell you some one thing about from the things I have read and understood about Nipsey Hussle was deep. He was a very well read and intelligent brother. He wasn't just some roundaway thug who decided to become a rapper. He was a man that had some real knowledge. He had some real understanding of how things work. And he wanted to put that in practice. He wanted to let it be known what was really going on out here. And one way he knew how to do it was through the medium of hip hop and rap music. He was trying to speak to this generation. Now, I'm not trying to compare him at all to Tupac, but I will say this: him and Tupac had similar styles. They talked about the political process. They didn't talk about your regular, like what a lot of these other rappers talk about getting hoes and killing folks and smoking weed and stuff like that, and all the other things these rappers talk about today. Nip was actually someone that was trying to bring to the forefront an entire movement. He even had an album coming out called Marathon, which was named after his store. I must have passed Crenshaw and Slauson like hundreds of times and didn't even go in there to the store. I had plans actually of checking out his store though. I've wanted to check out his store. But like I said, my condolences go to Nip and his family, and also to the families of the other two young men that were shot with him. This has got to stop. It's got to end. And I know I'm doing this. This is an extremely late stream, but I said I would have done this way earlier, but I was out with friends, and I wanted to just get on here and express my condolences once again and how emotionally how I feel about brother Nipsey Hussle, who's no longer with us. I wanted to express my thoughts and make my comments on this young man. I'm sure they'll probably be having memorials to him probably tomorrow and stuff as well. I may come check out the scene tomorrow, something like that. But there's got to be a better way. I know there is. There's other ways of dealing with each other. Brother Baba Rasan, how you doing? Rasan Shakur, I'm so glad you're here, my brother. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, Elder. Everyone, this is Baba Rasan, Elder Shakur. This brother is full of wisdom. Everyone support one another too. Evelyn's here, Vonda, James Hudson. Everyone support one another. Show each other love. That's one thing we definitely we have to do. Bob, I'm just sitting here talking about the life of Nipsey Hussle, rapper gone down. I'm just sitting here talking about this brother. Streetwise, yeah. How you doing, Streetwise? Welcome. That's right, Bob. But when is the killing gonna stop? You know, we get so wrapped up in the material aspects of hip hop. And don't get me wrong, because there's nothing wrong with having material things. There's nothing wrong with having money. It's nothing wrong with none of that. But yeah, I know Streetwise. I'm still having a hard time taking it all in myself. But when does hip hop have to always equate to violence? What is this keeping it real, being real? What does that have to do with taking people's lives? I mean, how real can you be when you have to gun someone down in front of their family, in front of their store? This brother was way known in the community. He was well known for doing things in the community. He was well known for giving back to the community. The very community that he loved and wanted to come and do something for and give back to is the one that took him away from us at such a young age. This man was well on his way to being someone in the music industry. He was well on his way to really making a niche for himself and carving out for himself a real legacy. That's right. Welcome. How what? Huhw. Welcome. Welcome. We have to. I know I keep saying this over and over again, but I feel like I have to stress it that how we are as a people, all we have is us. Literally, all we have is us. I mean, our women are being attacked in the streets, having their phones slapped out of their hands and having guns pulled out on them. And our young black men are still being murdered wholesale. That's why I was gonna say something about maybe the Juicy Smollett situation. I'm glad he got off, but what he did really doesn't have an effect on me or an impact on me like this thing with Nipsey Hussle. It really doesn't. Streetwise says I think it's deeper than that. We have soulless people out here of all colors, shapes that are trying to earn credibility that has little value, but they're trying to replace the holes within their souls. Yeah, that's right. They're trying to replace that void. They're trying to fill that void with drugs or alcohol or what other nonsense out there. Peace and blessings to all the family in the chat room. Yeah, I mean, we have some not only soulless people, we have some heartless people also. You shoot a man 6 times for what? And then I repeat, and then someone took pictures of the man's lifeless body laying on the ground to post them viral just so they can get views and likes. I mean, of all the evil things a person could do, no regard for the family, no regard for his loved ones who are grieving, no regard for anybody. All you're concerned about is your own selfish quest for fame and power and some kind of popularity that you think you're going to get. Oh, you're welcome, Streetwise. You're welcome, brother. I feel like it's my duty to report these things. I don't like to necessarily report these things. It's tough doing it, but you know what? I'd rather be one of the ones to get the story out before the mainstream media gets it out, because you know they're gonna already put their twist and spin on it, and they're also gonna always try to find a way to vilify us when we die and justify the reason why we died. My question is this: is how many of us are gonna actually sit down and take account and think about this and think about the value of their community? Are we gonna still have black men getting on this platform and berating and belittling black women? Are we gonna have black men stepping up and protecting our communities? Are we gonna have black women getting up there talking about no good black men and talking about how black men ain't shit and how Nipsey Hussle probably deserved it? I mean, we gotta deal with this ugliness outside in society every day. Why do we have to deal with it within our own community? Which is why it is so important for us to end this self hate and the hate that we have against each other, to end the self hate that we are constantly expressing toward one another, the disdain, the, I mean, it's just out of control. We have all of these issues within our community, and yet no one seems to really care about that. See, that's why they continue to bombard us with Jussie Smollett and R. Kelly and whatever else they can. These are all distractions. Distractions to lull us to sleep and get us away from the real issues at hand in our community. And then they get comfortable telling us that when we talk about these issues, we're only just constantly perpetuating racism. But you know what? This is not even about them right now. This is about us. This is about us constantly showing hatred to one another. This is about our self hate and self loathing, that we have to take each other out of the community, that we have to snuff out each other's lives. I believe the greatest outcome in this tragedy of our loss of a urban legend that was headed to greatness in his own right, Nipsey will bring the real individuals within our community together. Yeah, that's right. We have to we have to be the ones to heal the community. I was looking at Tariq's stream today a little bit, and he was saying some key points, saying that we need to be the ones asking questions in the community. We need to be finding out who did this. We need to be executing what's going on, executing what searches and stuff for who did this. Brother Danubian, what's going on, my brother? How you doing? Yeah. Need to correct those who are conscious and are awakening, because those who pay attention could see the path he was on as well. Acknowledge his background. That's right. Nipsey was one of the probably, in this generation, probably one of the most woke rappers I can think of. He was very wide awake. He was very wide awake, and he knew what this community was about. We the people need to make one to make sure this doesn't go unsolved as some. That's right. That's right. We do need to keep. We do need to keep bringing this to the forefront. We should. Now, I realize that Nip was a hip hop artist. Well, let's see. We could try to look past his superstardom and look at the fact that he was still a human being. He was a father. He was a son. He was a brother, a cousin, a nephew. He was probably an uncle as well. But most importantly, he was a black man. He was one of the few woke ones. We only have a few today. Yeah, I agree. He was he was all that. He was a bright and shining star. Yeah, and oh yeah, I think he was half Ethiopian. Oh, it was an Eritrean. I know he was one of them. And somebody, like I said before, someone's gonna probably see this live and wonder why I'm talking about, and wondering why I'm talking about Nipsey Hussle. Because this is what I do. I talk about things that affect my community. I talk about things that go on in our community. That's what I do. Also pay attention. Hope you also pay attention that Nip's choice of jewelry was very significant. That Malcolm X chain he has was pure dope. I think that speaks volumes. But the Nubian says he was an entrepreneur who cared about black people. Yes, he was. I covered that too. He also sponsored programs and initiatives for black youth. I understand he was trying to get black youth into tech. Now, just a few weeks ago, I did a video about technology, about black people in tech. And before that, I went to a workshop in Santa Monica at the design center. They talk about some black people, some young blacks that's in tech. The rapper Chameleonaire, he's opened up a technology company. He formed one, a tech startup. See, when we start doing things like that, people take notice because they're so used to us being young, being thugs and athletes, and they used to us being nothing to them but niggas. When we show them that we can do these things and probably do it better, they can't handle that. Believe it or not, this will affect our community for a long time because only today our many understandings how important and valuable he was to the community. His life was deeper than rap. Yeah, that's true. That's all we ever been to them. Yep, that's true. But too many times we keep on perpetuating that narrative. So those of us who continue to want to be the coons and the niggas, we need to push them to the side so the real black folks can come out. And I believe that's what Nip was trying to attempt to do. He was trying to wake up. That's what he was trying to do, wake up the community, particularly the youth, because that was who he was reaching out to. He reached the youth quicker than anybody. See, Nip also comes from the streets too. He's from Crenshaw. He's from South Central Los Angeles. He grew up in with the Crips, and he comes from that life, so he knows what he's talking about. He knew what what to say. He knew that this life was not what we were built for, what we're for. He knew that this is not what we're about. And he was a bright and shining star. And he did care for the community. That's right. He cared for his community and wanted to see better for it. Lady of Lake Fork. So, but appearing, passing, being white, I sadly can say it is true. Mm-hmm. Truth be told, as legend has it, us blacks were supposed to never been free. That happened by accident, them giving us our freedom, and they've been trying to chain and enslave us ever since. Hmm. Yeah, because some of them didn't want us to be free. But I don't necessarily want to talk about them wanting us to not be free. I want to keep this back on the topic about Nipsey Hussle. I want to remember this brother, and it's unfortunate that I don't really. If you could probably sing one of his songs, and I wouldn't know it offhand. But I'm just looking at his work that I have seen from what I do know of him trying to give back to the community. I'm trying to base off that work right there and leave it there. So yeah, it's a sad day, and it is taking its toll and having an impact. People are afraid when others don't stay in their lane, which unfortunately is usually a stereotype. Our freedom from slavery gave the United States a real economy because even with slavery, it couldn't stand on its own. But suspects, brothers, I stayed to the topic. I mean, this brother Nipsey Hussle was an independent artist, and he was doing very well too. And I think my theory is that somebody saw how well he was doing and got jealous. I hope this Dr. Sebi documentary does not get watered down or shut down because that was a huge project Nipsey was working on. Man, I did not even know that. I think I heard bits and pieces of it and either maybe forgot about it, but that is deep. A lot of people don't even know who Dr. Sebi was, particularly rappers, because a lot of rappers are not concerned with what Dr. Sebi was on. Hmm. But to the family of Nipsey Hussle, I just want to say, I know this is a hard time. Hey Trish, how you doing? That's right, rest in power. Anyway, I know this is a hard time, but try to keep your heads up. And you definitely be in my prayers. Definitely keep you in my prayers and pray that you will get through this swiftly. Grieving is never easy, and to see this young man be extinguished from us at such an early age is a tragedy. It's always been a tragedy. Yeah, some of us don't realize the importance of a Dr. Sebi, let alone his cures. I hope he gets released in theaters. It may be too big for TV. Mm-hmm. Dr. S became popular because of celebrities. And yes, the family does need our love and prayers. And I've said this before, I'm gonna say this again. You hit the nail right on the head, Trish. She was a messenger. I'm gonna hit the nail right on. I'm gonna say this again, and I want this to, what's the word I'm looking for? I want this to resonate with people. I did not know Nip personally. I really didn't. But the fact that he was another young black man that was gunned down in the street, I take it personally because it also affects me. Yes, if the family sees this, I will be praying for you, him, and the continuance of his work. And you know what, Lady of Lake Fork, the fact that you would do that, that's good enough. It means a lot too. Our communities are in shambles. We're dying out. We're being destroyed. And the forces that are at work are constantly providing the atmosphere. If the murder wasn't gang related, I have a feeling that they will try to start a gang war purposely to bring us further down. And our community must act and think smart in these times of hurt, anger, pain. You know, streetwise, what you said right there actually confirmed something. This is not the first time I heard that. This was deeper than what news could ever report. Yeah, exactly, Trish. That's why, as content creators, and more specifically, black content creators, we have to be that black media. We have to be the griots in our own community and get that real truth out. We need to be shaking the trees and getting some knowledge and getting some wisdom and understanding. We need to be the ones to do that because there's definitely a bigger agenda at work here. Mm-hmm. Yep, Lady of Lake Fork, you hit the nail right on the head too. It makes gentrification much easier. See, they go and fund these wars. They start wars. They get people at each other. Basically, pretty much what COINTELPRO did in the '60s. I mean, I've even heard stuff to the effect that Nipsey Hussle was a target for the government. That he was, yeah, thank you, Vonda. That because of his knowledge, his wisdom, he literally became a threat to some people. As someone growing up in Cali, out north, I always understood the politics out west are way different than up north, and down south can both get crazy, and it's nothing pretty. The prison systems make a lot of money for many people. Nipsey Hussle, Nipsey broke a lot of barriers like Bill Cosby. That's right. Every last one of you are correct. And first of all, well, like, comment, everyone, and share this video too. Share this. Appreciate it. You like the channel, follow me, support the channel at paypal.me/Real Collins. You bought a correctional facility to grow cannabis and employ black people. Man, that I didn't know. See, he was doing things in the community with his money. He reinvested in the community that he came from. He was also trying to support and buy black, and I can appreciate that about him. It's amazing how black people, we can be so caught up into nonsense and stupidity, but when it comes to things dealing with our community and trying to build up our community, a lot of us are nowhere to be found. And that right there in itself is sad. It's very sad. And I ask myself this question. Yeah, Trish, I agree he was. He was very woke. And he was wise and intelligent. Oh yeah, Trish, you all right. I know what you meant. Saddest part, brother, is whoever took his life doesn't understand that there will never be another Nipsey. And a one of a kind trailblazer should be cherished and protected. And the thing about Nip is that even though he was at the status he was at, as far as fame, he still wanted to be a regular person. He still wanted to be a part of the community. He still wanted to do things within the community and just just give back. That's what he wanted to do. That's right. He was young with a purpose, Trish. He was young with a purpose. I certainly do agree. And now that all comes crashing down. But one thing I would definitely say, that what's done in the dark will be exposed into the light. And whoever did it, the real person that did it, I pray that they have no peace. I pray that they have no peace. I'm yawning. I'm gonna get off here in a little bit. I'm getting tired. But I want to express my condolences about Brother Nipsey. Being too woke is dangerous. Dr. Sebi too woke. Nipsey too woke. Me too woke. You too woke. All of us. So be careful. See, one thing that Nip did in his community, when he opened up the store, He knows that we're into fashions and stuff like that. That's why he opened up the marathon. I disagree. His murder will never be solved. Too political. Mm. They bottom line don't care. And another mind blown fact is for whatever petty amount of dollars or sorry street cred that they did this focus valueless taking a life worth value. Most don't worry. Most don't know or understand our U.S. currency is fake. Mm. Fat currency is something we should all become familiar with. The power and the business, the power and ownership. And that's one thing that Nip had. He owned his own store. I think him and his brother both owned the store, the Marathon on Crenshaw and Slauson. But I want to send shout outs to Trish, Vonda Harris, Streetwise, Lady of Lake Fork. Who else came through? James Hudson, Brother Danubian, the, the elder, the one and only elder, Baba Rasan Shakur. Y'all go check him out too. Follow him. Everybody in here, follow each other. I don't mind. Embrace one another. Check out each other's work. Check out each other's videos. But we have to, if we're going to learn to embrace each other, start here on this platform and support and embrace one another. But I'm certainly enjoying this. I enjoy getting on YouTube, y'all. I enjoy this platform. I really do. I know at times they like to give us a hard time, but I actually do enjoy this platform. I'm going to do another stream some other time soon about growing, about channel growth, growing our channels, and what to do. Thank you, Streetwise. That's right. But I appreciate everyone coming through. And those who just came in, should just check out the playback. And you see this. Like I said, if I sound a little down and out, y'all, if I sound like I'm dragging, it's because it's late. And I must admit, I am sleepy. I am tired. But I didn't want to go to sleep without acknowledging this brother, without acknowledging Nipsey Hussle, without acknowledging his work, without acknowledging what he has done and his accomplishments and what he was continuing to do. I wanted to mention this brother, and I wanted to mention his name and not let him go without the proper send off. I have something that's been bothering me. There seems to be an accepted racism in the prepper community. Not all, some aren't, but it is obvious in some people, and I don't like it, but it is hard. Well, Lady of Lake Fork, all I can say is my prayers go out for you, and I hope your situation gets better. Thank you, Trish, and thank you, Streetwise. That's right, it is part of the healing and the growth process. But everyone, the time is now an hour, and I just want everyone to know I love you all. We got to go back to loving each other. Every last one of you that came on this live, I appreciate you. I love you. And I want you to all have a blessed and prosperous life. I want you all accomplish your goals, follow your dreams, do what you came to do. I want you to live your life. But most importantly, put God first. Put God first, and whatever grievances or unforgiveness that you have towards someone, forgive that person. It's not good to hold stuff in. So yeah, I guess you can say in a sense we are all grieving. I didn't know this, brother, like I said, but I'm grieving because it hurts. That's right, brother the Nubian. And thank you, Trish. But everyone, with that said and done, Ashe, God bless, and it is so. I love you.